Okay, so I am gonna try recording this pretty much unscripted. Let's hope that this goes well. So this chapter begins with a nod to the idea that I believe many people had, though maybe it is just me, who knows. But yeah, this supposed death devil girl treats Chainsaw Man like a criminal scum, and that does feel like not to the idea that us readers were also probably thinking of this guy as the one of the next potential villains for this series. A line in sand is drawn between the two while also showing us similarities between the two. Basically, Fixo Man is like, nah, I don't care about money, that is just government control tool, whatever. And this girl is like, she doesn't care about all of that government control tool ideas or whatever. Basically, they both are sort of on the opposite ends of the spectrum in the sense that one is actually speaking against what he perceives as something wrong, and the other is simply saying that she doesn't care. But at the same time, both of them essentially use these as part of the justifications for their actions, thus showing to us how they are both similar despite being a supposed human or former human and a devil. Now, this is quite ironic because he effectively, by saying that when he delivers his hope speech, by saying that she is a devil so she wouldn't understand, he draws a line, but a line which he himself does not clearly and fully abide by. At the same time, the speech about hope is good, and I feel like it is also a message from the mangaka himself, as in, these are his thoughts on why life is worth living. Next, we get close up reactions of her face as he delivers his speech, which in turn leads to the final demarcation between the two. Because when he says that these things, such as hope and whatever, mean nothing to her, he and her, both of them, are drawn in light, as we can see. But once we get a close up of her face from the same angle, she is drawn in shadows, effectively stating that yes, at this point on this idea, there is a line drawn between the two, which is also shown pretty brilliantly by essentially separating his question and her reaction in different panels. Essentially, the gutter space between the panels acting as the line drawn between the two. In what I consider potentially maybe a minor callback to Control Devil, she does sacrifices others, in this case ants, for her own benefit, in the sense that she absorbs their life and resurrects herself. I mean, she was a head, so I think resurrection is an appropriate term here. We finally get Falling Devil back, and she just, it's such a stark reminder of the difference between even what is a horseman and a primal devil, the difference in strength between them. How strong death must be if falling is following death's orders, because now we have got the reveal of who the real death devil is. And what does the real famine say? If death still feels anything for the mankind, implying that death did feel something, and she herself does feel something. It's ironic in the way that she expresses that feeling, but regardless, she asked death to die, which is a really funny statement to say out loud. I'm sorry. But, anyways, so yeah. And death essentially shows us how she has tried and she has failed. And Fujimoto effectively makes it so that the shape in which, okay, I'm not gonna comment out on the shape which has her effectively, showcasing her